Hey everyone, so I'm just going to film a little get ready with me. If you're wondering why the light is behind me and not in front of me, it's because there's nowhere to stand my camera up so that I'm facing the mirror for the good lighting. The only place there is the windowsill. Like I literally can't get it to stand up anywhere over there. So we're gonna just ignore that, and also it's really echoey in here. Actually, I'm supposed to be ready in like, could do being ready in about 25 minutes if I'm completely honest, but is that gonna happen? No. But I just do like a little chatty get ready with me. I was gonna do like a whole video of my day. Like I've been and had my hair done, so I'm looking super blonde. So I will link who does my hair down below. I actually came back to my old hairdresser back home to get my hair done today because my flatmate normally does it, but she's been super busy recently with work, so I kind of didn't want to keep pestering her about doing my hair. So I just came back home and got it done by the girl that used to do it. She's done my hair since I was like 16, so it was so nice to catch up with her. And yeah, it always looks amazing, and like there's literally like, blondes will get this, there's no better feeling than like a fresh bleach. Going out tonight, going out for a Chinese, so nothing too crazy. I've just moisturized to put a little bit of moisturizer on my face. I always use Born This Way foundation. Oh my god, that backfired. The way I normally do my foundation is I literally just put it on my face like this. And this looks really crazy. And yeah, and then I always just use a beauty blender and go in with a beauty blender. Hi. The lighting is just really not great at all. But I'd just film like a chatty get ready with me and answer a couple of questions that I get a lot. I have lived in Manchester now since July last year. So about 8 months now I've lived in Manchester, and I absolutely love it. Like I love my life in Manchester now. Don't get me wrong, it was really hard at first when I moved over there. It was really hard, like finding my feet, finding people. Like I felt very lonely, and also like it is really expensive, so getting used to like dealing with my money and stuff has been really hard. But yeah, I absolutely love it. Like I wouldn't change it for the world. Like everything I've gone through in Manchester like has got me to where I am. But when I first moved to Manchester, I was actually in estate agency. I'm just putting, I use the Collection concealer by the way. Yeah, when I first moved to Manchester I was actually in a estate agency, and literally the job I had at the estate agents I had when I first moved, I literally hated it. Like it was awful. I think I lasted about 4 weeks and I was like, can't do this. Then I ended up actually getting a job at Hale Country Club, where a lot of like footballers and celebrities go. I actually really loved that job because I worked in the spa bit, just on the reception. And yeah, I got to meet a lot of cool people. I met Michelle Keegan, a couple of people off Love Island, like Molly, I think I met Molly Smith. Met a few footballers. I saw Tommy Fury in the gym once. Never met Molly May. Was so sad about that because I really would have liked to meet her, but she just wasn't in when I was in and on shift. But yeah, it was actually a really great job, but the hours were just really long and I was on my feet all day, and it was a lot of weekends, and I was really struggling with my health at that point, like my endometriosis, and I actually just in the end had to like throw the towel in with that job because it just wasn't like fitting with my health. Like it wasn't a job I could do in the way my health was at the time. Which was really sad because I did enjoy it and I met some lovely girls there. Like it was a lovely team of people. But yeah, so that was kind of sad that I had to leave that job. But it led me to the job I'm in now, which is honestly like was the best thing that could have happened to me. Like I just love my job now. I'm trying to find, oh here we go. So for like cream contour, I literally use this Primark foundation. It's literally like so ratchet. But yeah, I'm just gonna put a bit like on my nose, and yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it wouldn't have led me to the job that I'm in now. So I work for repping the brand Always Adenola, which has become really big recently, especially like on TikTok. I think like the grey Ada hoodie is like really taken off. I work in the customer service department, and I started working there in October. and within 6 weeks I actually got promoted to a customer service supervisor, which basically is similar to the role I was doing, but I'm very like, I can't get my words out. Yes, I got promoted to customer service supervisor, which I was absolutely so shocked about, and I was obviously buzzing with that. Like, it was such a nice like surprise, and it felt like I'd really been rewarded for like the hard work I was putting in. But yeah, that was really good. So basically day to day is just, I manage a team of about 8 to 10 people, and I just sort of sort out any complicated issues, a lot of optimization of how like we can make the processes better. I absolutely love my job. Like, I'm so blessed to have got that job at the time I did and to have been promoted, and yeah, it's just changed my life, honestly. Like, working for such a nice company, like they're honestly the best company to work for, and yeah, I've met some of my best friends through working there. So if I hadn't have got that job at Adenola, I would have actually moved back home, I think, because I was just in a really bad place with my health, and I was really struggling to find a job, and I just didn't feel like anything was going in my favour in Manchester. I wanted it so bad, and I tried so hard to make things work, and just felt like it was one thing after the other. And I remember saying to my mum and dad, like, if I don't get this job, like I don't know, the job that I'd applied for, I was like, I'm gonna have to move back home. And I really didn't want that. Like, I really wanted to stick it out. But yeah, it obviously all worked out for the better, and I still live in Manchester, which is great. I'm just using this P. Louise the Cheek Fit, best thing I've literally ever used. So Lauren actually got me this for my birthday, but yeah, I just put a little bit on my cheeks like this and just go like this and smile to make sure it's like at the apples of my cheek, and put a little bit up here as well. You can't even tell, but it's such a nice colour. Like, how I actually moved and like found a flatmate, I joined loads of Facebook groups. One that's really good to join is Gals Who Graduate. I feel like I found a lot of people on there. And also I was on a site called Spare Room, which basically is just a site where people advertise any rooms that they've got for rent, or advertise if they're looking for a flatmate, and that sort of thing. So I found my current flatmate on there, and because I lived like, where I'm from like is about 2 hours away from Manchester, so it wasn't easy like to go back and forth all the time. I actually like picked one day where I just had to go back, and like I had booked like 6 viewings in, I think. But yeah, I literally just had the one day where I just had to be like, right, this is what I'm doing, like this is the people I'm seeing. And yeah, I went and saw like 6 different places, all in different areas. Like, I think I saw 2 in Salford, which is where I live now. I saw 2 in Ancoats. One was like right in the city centre, like near the Arndale, and then the other one was like a little bit further out, like near the uni. One that I'd viewed in Salford, which was where I live now, like literally around the corner from the flat I live in now, going in with Benefit Hula. Yeah, there was one that I'd viewed, which is around the corner from where I'm at now, and it's actually like, I really wanted that one at the time because it was a beautiful flat, but it was just so expensive. I could have afforded it, but I would have literally had nothing left at the end of the month. And yeah, and I ended up meeting like obviously my current flatmate. I went to view, and yeah, she messaged me like after I'd been for the viewing, and she was like, oh, I really liked you, like I feel like we get on really well. And yeah, I took a few days to think about it, and then I got back to her and was like, yeah, I'd love to move in. So that's basically how I did it. In terms of referencing, like the referencing is quite thorough. Like, I don't think I had to have a guarantor for this flat, but I think a lot of places they do ask for a guarantor. But luckily, like, my mum and dad said that they was more than happy to be the guarantor for me if I needed one. But yeah, I don't think I needed one, but I did have to obviously prove that like I'd had a job offer secure. Like, obviously I got offered a job before I moved, and yeah, and I had to sort of prove that my income and things like that, and they'd run a credit check, those sort of things. So if you are looking to move, like definitely make sure you've got a job secured, because otherwise I feel like the referencing process will probably be quite difficult, or you might have to have a guarantor, and if you can't get one, then like that obviously might be an issue. But yeah, the actual process like of moving there wasn't actually that difficult. Like, I just basically like got through the referencing, signed all the things, and then that was that. But finding somewhere is difficult, especially like now. So basically I don't think I'm staying at this current flat. Like, my tenancy runs out in June. I don't think I'm staying there, mainly just because like the building is actually gross. Like, my flat is lovely and I absolutely love the girl that I live with. Like, she's so sweet and we got on so well and she's a great person to live with. It's just the building, like, it's just manky, and I just feel like I could get a lot more for my money. Like, and I also would like to be more central. Like, where I live, it's still central. It's like 10 minutes from a tram stop and then you're like 10 minutes into the centre. But I would love to live in Ancoats. I've got a couple of friends that live in Ancoats, and yeah, I would just love to live there. Like, it looks so nice. I'm just going in with the Refi highlighter. I always put a bit above my lip as well, and like a little bit on my nose. So I drove a little bit higher just because I feel like my face kept getting cut off, but I've not really done anything else. In terms of like places to go out, I always end up going out in Deansgate. I've been out in Northern Quarter once, I think, and I literally went to one place, and I can't even remember what it was called. I'm a Deansgate gal through and through, absolutely love it. Albert Schloss, I'm here for. Dirty Martini. Revs to Cuba is my favourite place ever to go out. Just the music in there and the vibes are just unmatched. Like, literally just always have the best night in Rev. Just gonna put a little bit of powder on my face, I think, just so that it doesn't, like, my makeup sets, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be out tonight, because I think we're going to like a cocktail place before the meal, but I'm not drinking. I always have the best time Revs to Cuba, and if you're ever looking for a good bottomless as well, like, I've had a really good bottomless at Revs to Cuba. I went with the girls. Just going in with my Refi eyebrow stuff. My throat, by the way, I got a really sore throat, so my throat, if my voice sounds really weird, that's why. Just to fill my brows in. I just filled in my eyebrows off camera because they just take me so long to like get right, and I just felt like I couldn't concentrate and talk and do my eyebrows at the same time. So I'm just gonna go through them with the Refi brow sculpt now. This is like literally the best thing I've ever bought. I'm a Refi gal through and through. I love like literally all of their products that I've tried. There's not one product that I've not liked. But yeah, there's like loads more that I want to try. Like, I really want to try their blush. I've got a Refi makeup brush as well, but I think I left it in Manchester. I don't think I brought it home. I feel like my camera's just it's not focusing today. There we go, that's better. Yeah, I think I left my Refi brush in Manchester. But yeah, I kind of just go for it. This gives my eyebrows like so much more of like a natural, like textured look, because I literally have no natural eyebrows. Like, they're so blonde. But when I fill them in and they go dark, I feel like it can look quite like blocky. But this really helps me just like look like the hairs are just like there, like they're real. The thing that's annoying is when you put this on over the top of like eyebrow pencil or whatever you use, it can sometimes like give you like this dark line over the top. So I try and like get rid of that the best I can. But yeah, I'll probably just stick a bit of foundation over the top. One thing about moving to Manchester that I feel like I've learned a lot about since I've lived there is like finding the right like amount of lifestyle that you can handle, because it is obviously, when you move to a city, there's a big party culture, and I'm a big party person. Like, I always have been, like, even since being like a teenager. Always loved like going out and drinking, but going out and drinking hasn't always loved me, and I've not always had the best relationship either with like alcohol and like going out. And it got to a point where before Christmas I was going out like twice in a week, like on a Wednesday and a Thursday, and then going out all weekend as well, like Friday and Saturday. And like, my body just couldn't cope with it. Like, I was really abusing my body in terms of like just drinking a lot, and I was really struggling, you know, like to get through the week like at work. And I feel like I was just going out at the weekend to like escape, and I wasn't like using alcohol in like a good way anymore. I was just using it because like I just needed to like get drunk because I was stressed, or like there was points where like I should have gone home, but everyone was going like to after parties and stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't want to miss out. But like it's definitely taken me a few months to like realize like you need a balance. Like, it's okay to go out on a weekend and get drunk if you're doing it for the right reasons, and if like you feel good, like if you feel good about it. But I got to a point where like I would just feel like shit, and then I would just get really blackout drunk to like feel better, and obviously that's not good. So I've kind of stopped drinking for the moment, just until I feel like I can have a better relationship with alcohol. I think it's something that's really important. Like, don't feel like just because you're not going out with your friends, like you're not going out drinking, like you're not like you're boring or whatever. Like, that's not true. Like, you have to do what's good for you, like mentally. And mentally, like, I was not in a good place with like the party scene. So it is hard though, because when you're in a city, you feel like that's what you should be doing, you know, especially when you're surrounded by a lot of people around you that are into that. And you know, they can like mentally cope with that, and that's what they're like is making them happy, and that's what they're used to. Like, that's absolutely fine. But there's nothing wrong with taking a step back and just saying like, this isn't working for me right now. Like, I need to just have a few weekends where I'm not going out, not drinking, not waking up hungover. Because that was another thing, like I was getting so drunk to the point where I'd be so ill the next day, like being sick all day, and like that is not healthy, like for your body at all. Like, it's not a good way to be. But yeah, I think that's something that's definitely like, it's just a learning curve, and like it's something that I've struggled with my whole life, like as in like fear of missing out, and certain things like that aren't good for me. Like, I would just do it anyway because I was like, oh well, I want to be involved, like don't want to miss out. But it's okay like to have your own thing and not be involved all the time. But I think that's something that you have to learn like the hard way. I'm just using this Morphe Champagne Glow palette just on my eyes. Like, it's just oranges and browns in here, but yeah, I'm just using this on my eyes. I used to wear lash extensions all the time, guys, and like always have my eyelashes done, or I'd always have fake eyelashes on, and I've really gone off that recently. Like, I'm just mascara now, like that's all I put on. It's 6:10, like I could really do with being ready like right this second. In like this little shimmer just in the corner of my eye here. Then I'm just going in with the darker orangey browny colour, like for the outside of my lid. And then I'm just gonna go in, I don't know if I've brought like the right brush or not. No, I haven't. Bloody hell. I'm just gonna go in with this like angled brush and take just like the darkest shade and do like almost like a little, not eyeliner, but like just on the top of my lash line. I just feel like it gives it like, I just feel like it gives it like a little bit of an extra look. Tidy it up by like going in with like an angled little concealer brush, and then just blending it out as well, like with the rest of my eyeshadow. And then for mascara, Better Than Sex Too Faced, always, that's it. I'm really blessed. I have quite natural like long thick lashes, so mascara like really does make a big difference for me. Like, I don't know if you can really see. All that's left to do now is just put some lipstick or lip gloss on. I don't even know what I brought with me. Oh, I brought a lip liner. That's always good. Got a lip liner from Primark. This was £1 and it is in the shade, don't think it even said, oh it does, Toast. I feel like this is like, these are like a dupe for the NYX ones, but look at this, like it's a proper fat pencil, like it's really creamy as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna line my lips. Also guys, I've actually not had my lips done like ever, and I'm just really lucky to have naturally like full lips, but people always ask me if I've had my lips done, and I have never had my lips done. Also, I find like putting in a little bit of this P. Louise blush, you know, like just here, like it's such a nice lip colour as well, like a pinky lip colour. I'll put a bit too much over the top, but oh well. And then I'm just gonna go in with this Refi Clear Lip Gloss. Such a good lip gloss. It's just such a beaut, like shiny, unreal, like unreal. When I was talking about how good this lighting is with this mirror, Like, this is what I mean, like the lighting would have been so much better, but literally the only place I could have put you was like down here, and like the lighting's not even good down there anyway. But yeah, this is my finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, it was just a little like chatty get ready with me. Thought it'd be just like a nice little fun easy video to do. So yeah, hope you enjoy.